Hello, hello, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of September 21st, 2025. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And beginnings and endings. This whole month is about beginnings and endings. With September being a 9-month in a 9-year, we're wrapping up a whole 9-year cycle this month. The lunar eclipse a couple weeks ago brought closures and endings, and today's solar eclipse is about new beginnings. And then tomorrow we have the equinox, the official start of fall, which is the perfect time to get back in balance before we move forward into what's next. So obviously a lot is going on this week, and especially in the next 24 hours. So let's start with today's solar eclipse. This is a partial solar eclipse happening in Virgo, and we can think of this eclipse like a cosmic graduation. It's bringing new beginnings, faded changes, and a chance to rebuild our lives with more intention, especially after all the letting go we did during the lunar eclipse. So this is the second new moon in Virgo in a row, and because of that, it's called a black moon. And it's extra powerful since the new moon eclipse is happening at the very last degree of Virgo, the critical 29th degree. And we've talked before about how important this degree is. So being the final degree of a sign, it brings a sense of urgency. Like the universe is saying, hey, it's time, let's do this. So this eclipse marks a turning point. It's an ending and a fresh start all at once, especially with the things Virgo rules, which are our work, health, and daily routines. It's about practicality and making real changes in the structure of our lives. Since this eclipse is in Virgo, work and health matters will be a major focus in the coming months. This is our chance for some fresh starts with our jobs, our daily routines, fitness, and overall well-being. Eclipse energy isn't a one-day thing. It lingers. It's strongest on the day itself, but it lasts for about 2 weeks until the next full moon. And then the themes of the eclipse will be unfolding for the next 6 months. So this is our chance to make some important changes in our lives. This is prime time to improve our daily routines, our health habits, our mindfulness, and our day-to-day lives. And it's important to do this right now with this new chapter starting. It's time to roll up our sleeves and get down to some serious work to get organized and strong and healthy. The final 3 months of this year, all of fall, are preparing us and easing us into a new 9-year cycle starting in 2026. And we need to be strong and healthy and prepared for what's coming next. The final 3 months of this year are our opportunity to get our shit together, to get it together. Take this time seriously. We want to be at our strongest both physically and mentally for this next chapter. And then less than 24 hours after the eclipse is the equinox and the start of fall and Libra season. The equinox is one of just 2 days of the year when the hours of day and night are perfectly balanced. And the equinox is the universe's way of telling you it's time to take a break. We need this time to reflect on summer, what happened this summer, and also on the last 9 years. There's a strong feeling of nostalgia in the air right now. So take a break, take a breather, journal, get outside and spend some time in nature. We need this time to get back in balance. Like this year has been a lot. So give yourself a break and enjoy how wonderful life is before continuing on. So in addition to being the first day of fall, this is also the beginning of Libra season. And Libra is represented by the scales of justice. And I have to say, this gives me hope. I think we can all hope for some justice right now. Libra season carries the energy of balance, harmony, relationships, and beauty. And doesn't that all sound so nice? Balance, harmony, nurturing relationships, and beauty. So sink into this energy this year. It's a gift. This Libra season, and honestly all of fall, is a gift. We're getting time to get balance, rested, strong, and clear before what's coming next. And 12 hours after the eclipse, on the same day as the equinox, Mars, the planet of action, enters Scorpio. Mars loves being in Scorpio, where it's at its peak strength. This is warrior, superhero energy. And the timing is divine. It's perfection. Mars in Scorpio arrives just as we're coming out of the eclipse tunnel, ready to step fully into our rebirth. So with Mars in Scorpio, our energy and our ambition levels are through the roof, and we'll feel driven to focus on our lives, our work, and our physical, mental, and spiritual health. Now, I have mentioned so many times before in this podcast that it's a good time to get started on these things, but this time is different. This time it's much more important. We're entering a very intense 9-year chapter that will change the trajectory of not only our lives, but the entire planet. So we need to be strong, balanced, and in our power. And we get the final 3 months of this year to prepare for it. We're talking about going deep with real transformation, confronting truths, and getting very serious about our goals. This is not the time to half-ass shit. Use this time to transform your life. And since Mars, which is the driving force behind our actions, has been weak for most of the year, its once every 2-year visit to Scorpio energizes us in a big way right now. It's exactly the energy we need. So here we are. The whole year has been building toward this incredible turning point. A Black Moon eclipse, the Equinox, Libra season, and Mars moving into Scorpio, all within a single day. The universe isn't whispering right now. It's practically screaming, it's time! Time to reset, time to rebalance, and time to step into this next chapter with clarity and strength. The next 3 months are a gift. They're our chance to slow down, get grounded, and really prepare ourselves, body, mind, and spirit, for what's ahead. We don't need to have it all figured out yet, but we do need to take this time seriously. Clean up your routines. Take care of your health, nurture your relationships, and get back in balance. Think of this as training for the next big cycle. You're building the foundation that everything else will stand on. And Libra season is here to remind us that life isn't just about the grind. It's about beauty, harmony, love, and connection. So let yourself soak that in. Enjoy the little moments, spend time in nature, and appreciate how far you've come. Transformation doesn't always have to be heavy. It can be graceful and even beautiful. And Mars in Scorpio is like rocket fuel. The motivation, courage, and drive you've been waiting for is finally here. So use it. Don't waste it. This is your time to take real action, to go deep and make changes that last. And the universe has lined everything up perfectly. We're closing one huge cycle and stepping into another. And right now, you're exactly where you need to be. So trust that. Trust yourself. And let's move forward, rested, balanced, and fully in our power. So I'm taking a break today to reflect on my wonderful summer. Thank you to 4 retreat clients and Spiritual Summer School. And also reflecting on this 9-year chapter that we've been in. And I'm going to go for a hike. So the leaves are changing colors and it should be beautiful. I just need some time outside to rest, rethink, and get back in balance. And finally, these are the last few days of my annual 50% off sale. It ends on Tuesday. So it's my last big sale of the year. All appointments, gift certificates, and packages are 50% off. So 30-minute sessions are as low as $37 when you buy a package. And if you aren't ready for an appointment now, just buy yourself a gift certificate to use later. So there's a link in the show notes, or you can go to my website, Abundology.com. And thank you, as always, thank you for listening and passing the podcast on to your friends. This week is a turning point. It's a big deal. So allow yourself to recognize how far you've come. Have a great week, everyone, and I'll talk to you again next week.